think this is, I would say, maybe one of the most unique experiences I ever had. This is a theater that is imposing on you. It has a soul of its own, and it has a history which is very, very strong and evident. From the first time I set my foot here, I could realize that I have to work together with the theater. I have to let the theater guide me, to get inspired by the theater and its history, to make it a strong partner. And that's how I came up with the concept for our Giustino, which is based on the libretto of Vivaldi's opera, but we transfer the action at the 18th century court of Gustav III. Not being exactly historical, of course, but getting a lot of inspiration by the Theater King, as he is known in Sweden, and by the theater itself, and its little secrets that are being revealed in front of us. I'm really proud and happy to have presented the first Vivaldi opera in Sweden. And I'm really happy that we did that in Drottningholm, which is maybe the #1 Baroque theater in the world that allows us to relate to this magical 18th century era of theater and musical magic.
It's a very unique experience, I have to say. The closest atmosphere you can have to how it could have been done in the 18th century. As a singer, we don't have speakers, which is we normally do have on stage to hear the orchestra. So everything is like natural, like really natural. The sound we hear singing on stage is the real sound of the orchestra. That has never happened to me in my life. Here, you listen, you hear the orchestra quite soft. Then you can feel more at ease. And that's brilliant because I think that allows you to sing in a very natural way, without pushing, without forcing the voice.
Nu har jag paus. Precis. Jag är inte inne för andra akten. Det är väldigt atmosfärrikt, kan man säga. Det är häftigt, tycker jag. Att vara i den här miljön. Vi repar ju på en annan plats. På Operahögskolan. Där är det en jättebra lokal. Men när man kommer hit så känner man att allt det vi har gjort och lagt lyfter sig 10 snäpp. Därför att man blir så inspirerad av den här miljön. Och att tänka sig att sångarna under den här tiden, eller att det på 1700-talet fanns sångare här som gick på de här tiljorna och satt i de här rummen, till och med bodde i de här rummen, är ju... Ja, när man börjar tänka i de banorna så blir det nästan svindlande i mitt huvud.
Sminket och kostym hjälper ju att man kommer in i sin karaktär och hela den här teatern hjälper också till när man bara rör sig här och känner det luktar liksom på ett speciellt sätt här. I de andra rummen är det nästan inga lampor. Vi har bara en liten lampa vid vårt logebord. Och det tycker jag också hjälper att komma in i en annan tidskänsla.
Vivaldi operas are a little late discovery. They're not even published, all of them, and they're not easily accessible to conductors or to promoters or to impresarios. So we get to know more about his operatic output. We admire Vivaldi for his numerous concerti, and we think he's one of the geniuses of the 18th century Baroque style, and himself considered to be a theater composer. But Vivaldi himself was really fond of singing. He was an amazing melodist, and he wrote so many operas, out of which very few are presented, and a lot are lost, or at least we think they're lost. I'm hoping by the next years to always be discovering.